Is karma real? Look at the one book to see from every culture, religion and science in the world. Isaac Newton, the father of physics. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Rig Veda, Hindu religious text. One should indulge in charity because one can acquire the never-ending wealth of immortality by doing so. Holy Quran, Al-Zazar, verse 7. Whoever does an atom's weight of good will see it. Holy Bible, Matthew 7:12. As you do unto others, it shall be done unto you. The Tao Te Ching. The wise man does not lay up his own treasures. The more he gives to others, the more he has for his own. Ancient Egypt, the 42 laws of Ma'at. Do to the doer to make him do. Also, do not do to others as you hate, as it's done unto you. I am the one, you are the one is the creator, and we are all one. Visualization has been overlooked for a long time in the process of creating. But I just want you to look out here, because the buyer now, okay? Now this whole city, those roads, all those buildings, everything around here, I can't see it from here, did not exist 15 to 20 years ago, okay? It was just a thought in somebody's mind to make the thought powerful, to add emotion to the thought. Look at this whole city didn't exist. The building I'm standing on didn't exist. Okay, this was just somebody's dream. This was just what somebody thought up. And this is what you can do with the power of the law of attraction. This is what you can do when you constantly, vividly imagine. We all know that not forgiving somebody is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. So we need to forgive. Best way to forgive is to understand that people cannot give you something that they do not possess. So we make people wrong for not giving us stuff they do not have. They may not possess love, they may not possess affection, they may not possess compassion or emotional intelligence or consideration. I highlight this with my clients. I always say to them, can you send me £1 million please? And they say no. And I say, why not? And they say, because I haven't got it. And I say, should I make you wrong for that? And they say, no, because if I had it, I would give it to you. That's right. If they possess the emotional intelligence, the love, the compassion, the consideration, your partner, relative or colleague would be giving it to you right now, but they do not have it to give. So just like a 5-year-old who hasn't grown, you don't go to them, why are you so small? You just know that that's part of their growth process. You need to do this with people with their emotional and physical and spiritual intelligence too. The reason you experience doubt is because you keep looking at the out and thinking there's someone or something outside of you that can impact you fulfilling your desires. That's actually not true. You know this because you are now living in a house that you thought about living in. You now have a career that you thought about having. You're in a relationship that you thought about having. And so you've created all of the major areas in your world. We're also taught by science and every religious belief in the world that you are co-creating your existence with a power that exists within you. So if you stop looking at the out, you will remove doubt and you will stop giving causation to someone or something outside of your own self. Religions are quantum physics. We're going to start today with the Bible. German physicist Werner Heisenberg. He is a Nobel Prize winning scientist, and he tells us that for quantum physics to explain reality, it can only be done using parable and allegory. For parable and allegory, it's actually a code. All of reality actually can only be told in a coded way according to quantum physics. Now, when we look at the Bible, we see that Jesus tells us over 12 times that he teaches in parable. All right, and we also see that the Apostle Paul, who is the founder of the faith of Christianity, tells us that in order to understand the story of Abraham, he tells us that Abraham is an allegory. Now, Abraham is the founder of the faith of Christianity and Islam and Judaism. So it's very important to understand that Paul is saying Abraham's story is an allegory. In the book of Corinthians in the Bible, the Apostle Paul then goes on to decode the allegory for you. Reality can only be explained using parable and allegory, as we heard from top quantum physicist Werner Heinsberg, and we also heard from Jesus Christ and the Apostle Paul within this book. I'm going to give you the first clue as to how to decode this parable and allegory format. Is before you even open the book, you're given the first clue. So any words that end in letters L and Y mean of the thing. So quietly is of the quiet, quickly is of the quick, wholly is of the whole. What is a whole? A whole is an empty space and it is a void. Okay, so if I say to you there's a hole in the ground, watch that hole, I'm saying to you watch that place where there's nothing solid or physical that you can see or touch. All right, so before you open this book, you're told there's nothing that you can see or touch. It's a holy book. Just like quantum physics, we're talking about the building blocks of reality, which is energy / spirit. The missing element for most people when manifesting is the emotion of love. Okay, think about how you manifested things in your life today. If you have a house or a romantic relationship, you first fell in love with the idea. You then lived it in imagination for some time before it manifested as a physical reality. Okay, so love is the base force of which everything starts. And we're taught by every religion in the world that God is love, meaning the creator and the creative force through which we manifest is love. Now, if you, like me, if you find it difficult to connect emotionally to things and to money and to wealth and cars, then you need to find some sort of purpose. It's our purpose and our love that's actually going to get us over the days when our manifestation's taking long and we need to develop patience, faith, trust, belief, all of these things. So always think about how can I connect my purpose to this and add some value, and then that's where the love comes. In order to believe something new, we must be and live as something new. The most common question I get asked as a coach is how can I change my belief and how can I impress my subconscious mind? The good thing is you've been doing this your whole life already. So the way that you impress your subconscious mind when you learned how to ride a bike was by repetition of being and living as somebody who rides a bike. When you first get on there, you have to concentrate on your balance and your feet and all of these things. After a while, it becomes second nature. Second nature means that we've successfully impressed our subconscious mind and we no longer have to think about it and concentrate with our logical, reasoning, conscious mind. So to change your belief, you must, in imagination or in action, continually repeat believing the new thing, which is being and living it. For more on manifesting and impressing the subconscious mind, get the one book now.